looping in practice, the guessing game, I want to talk a little bit about that guessing game. Remember where we had the user try and guess the secret number, right? That was kind of a cool game, but it was also kind of frustrating because you only get one guess, right? So wouldn't it be cool to allow the user three guesses to try and figure out the number, right? So if I say import random, and I'll try to move slowly, so if you want to code along, you can, and if you don't, that's fine too. Remember, I'm importing random, which is the random module, which allows me the ability to create the random number that the computer is going to use for its secret. All right. So I'm going to say int guesses equals 0. Okay. And I'm going to say str guess equals input. Actually, I'm not going to do that yet. Let's get the secret number for the computer. Int secret number equals random dot randint, and we'll make the game easy to start with, right? We'll just go 1 and 10. Now the computer has its secret number. Now, before, what we did is we said str guess equals input guess a number between 1 and 10, something like that, and we would wrap that in an int function to change that on the fly to an integer. Now, we know, because we've talked about this, that we're risking the user putting in something wrong and causing an error here. But for now, I'm going to keep it streamlined and not worry about that. So to determine whether the user's secret number was correct or not, I have to compare their guess. And I'm going to change str guess to int guess because I am converting it on the fly here. So it's an integer. I'm going to say, is their guess equal to the secret number? So I'm going to say int, or if int guess equals the int secret number, I'm going to say you guessed right. And if they didn't guess right, I'm going to say, sorry, you didn't guess right. Okay, so that was our guessing game before. And it just allows us to go one time through. So if I want to give them more than one guess, then what I have to do is I have to put all of this in a loop. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this in a while loop. While int guesses is less than or equal to 3. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to indent all of that. Okay. And then down here at the bottom, now pay attention to the indentation here. Down here at the bottom, I'm going to say int guesses plus equals 1. So I'm going to increment their guess, right? And right now, this will give them this will give them 4 tries. So I'm gonna get that. I'm gonna start it at 1. I could start it at 1, or I could say int guesses has to be less than 3, but I'm just gonna start it at 1. So it'll go through 3 times because it increments after. That's that whole thing of like when does it increment versus not. Okay. And then finally, I'm going to say thank you for playing. And that is all the way unindented, right? It's all the way on the left-hand side. So if you pay attention to the levels of indentation here, some of these are indented 2, some of these are indented 1 space. This is indented not at all. So pay attention to how the code looks. And that structure is important because in Python, it uses that indentation to do what it's supposed to do. So let's try this. Guess a number between 1 and 10. 4. I guessed right. What's going on? If I guessed right, what should happen? It should be done, right? I shouldn't have to guess anymore. I guessed right. Can't believe I did it on the first try. I'm just super good at this. So I'm going to break that loop if they guess right because I want that loop to end if they guess correctly. So now let's run it. Okay, so I got my 3 guesses.